Hello everyone, Brocco here, and since I saw my last tutorial video got a recent occurring a lot of views, now I'm sitting over 1,000 views, I just thought, hey, what the heck, might as well make part 2 because people have been waiting for it. So in this video we're going to be learning how to download audio into SFM, how to load maps, and also movement. So if you're new, subscribe and hit like and whatever. Also, please get me to 1k. I'm so close to getting to 1k. Anyway, so let's just quickly go over downloading audio, because this is going to be the audio we're going to animate. So we've got our song here. I'm not going to play it now because it will get copyrighted, but we have our song that I want to animate. So if you're wondering how to convert this, so basically what you want to do, go to YouTube, find the video and you convert, I can't speak today. Then you want to copy the URL up the top, hit this, copy, then you're going to want to go to an MP3 converter website. Now I personally use this one because it's the best one in my opinion, even though it's on Internet Explorer. I haven't gotten any viruses from this one. Every time I've used this one it's worked. I've used other ones and they haven't worked, so yeah, let's just use this one. So we're going to paste that link into here. So we're just going to have to click convert now. It's going to wait and load. So I'm going to leave this website in the link in the description so you can just use it. But all you need to do if you want to use another website, if you don't like this one, just type up MP3 converter into Google or this one or Internet Explorer, and one good one should come up. So it's just, I'll cut to this when it's loaded. Stuff's gonna be ages. I'm gonna open it. As you can see, you don't have to get the latest version, but I'll prefer. I don't think this is even the latest anyway, so yeah. So what we're gonna want to do, click File, Open. Then it should redirect you to the song you downloaded. So FNAF 1's Franco Remix, that's the song I downloaded. Click Open. Then just wait for this to load. It's just importing it into here. Then now, the whole reason why we're putting it on Audacity instead of just putting it in SFM straight away, because we have to convert it into a WAV file or a WAV file. So you want to click that file, export as WAV. They want to redirect, so it's, so where you go is program file. You go to your local disk, whatever it is. Program files 86, Steam apps. Common, Source Filmmaker, Game, User Mod and Sound, and it should be here. I already have a lot of audio files saved in here, as you can see. So yeah, then you're just gonna click Save. Click OK. Then yeah, that's how you convert audio. Now let's move on. Do you just want to click Close and click Save and just save it like that? You can close this now. You can close this. You can close Google. Now I have SFM already open, but what you're going to want to do is restart SFM. If you have it open and you downloaded audio, you're going to have to restart it for the audio to be added on because it's not updated. So you're going to click File and Quit. Then you just want to go to your Steam library, just find Source Filmmaker, where you would find it in your Steam library, of course. So I'm going to click Launch. Now I'm just going to cut to where SFM is loaded. Alright, I'm back now and the map has loaded. So you're going to hit Enable Lighting, turn Ambient Occlusion off so it doesn't lag, change scene camera, go to New Camera, and you know what you learned in last tutorial. Click just hold, click and hold the screen, look around, WSD to move. Yeah, I'm not going to go over that pretty in detail because we did that in last tutorial. Oh yeah, let me do that again. I did that too quickly. So if you want to load maps in a map, what? If you want to load map props in a map, you're going to want to right click. You're going to right click and go down to Draw Game Entities, go Other Entities. And yeah, there you go. You got your map props. And now we're gonna go down. So you have to be in the clip editor for this. So you're in your clip editor, you can scroll down, you right click, add clip to track, and depending on the thing you downloaded, you can just go type it here, find code. There it is. And that's, if you, for example, you're like, no, I don't want to animate straight from the beginning, I want to animate like for halfway through the song or something. So what you're going to want to do, you can either play the animation or just click and drag the playhead. So we're going to play it from here. If you want to, so once you've found where you want to start it from, you hit B on your keyboard and it splits it up. Then you click on the other one, right click and delete. Then you can now click and drag it to your beginning. Then it starts from here. Like that. So what we're going to do for this scene is we're going to have, what's his face? Freddy. We're going to have Freddy. We're going to have the door, we're going to get map props, we're going to move the map props, have the door come down, and he bashes on the door, he says, and he sings, like this bit. We're going to animate that in this episode. Also, we might just animate the other bit at the window. But it's up to you if you want it, it's up to us. Up to you, up to what? Alright, so if you want to load map props, if you want to move map props, excuse me, so you want to click this next to the play thing. You want to click that, and this will pop up. Do you just want to ignore all of this and click record? But as soon as you hit record, you're going to want to click escape on your keyboard. The key which is in the top left of your keyboard. So you click record, then escape. Then you want to go down here, change scene camera, go back to camera 1, so you're back where you were. Then what you want to go now, plus up here, existing elements, then you're going to want to find the prop. So we're going to go door, here we go, FNAF 1 door, select the 2, and then they should be here. Yep, there you go. Hold on, I just want to check something, because yep, so some maps there will be a bug that will be like, there'll be a pause between the clips, which is very annoying, but it just happens with some maps, not all maps. Since we're just doing one scene, it's not going to affect us much because it's just one shot. So what we're going to do, we're going to click save. You're going to have to get into a habit of going up here and going to save. Or if you want a shorter route, just click Control and S on your keyboard. And that will just save it. Alright, so we're going to go click the plus, create animation set for new model. Just find the model you want to use. So I'm going to go with Freddy. I'm going to use the VR Freddy. Because it's a VR map. Yeah, alright, hat 1 tiered. And already we have some models loading, but it's not the models I want to use. And it's not that model, is it? Nope. It's this one. Yeah, I think it is this one. SFM, don't you dare crash on me. Okay, thank God. Oh. Alright, we're going to use this model because it looks yummy. Alright. We're going to go to the motion editor, hold control, pelvis, and as you can see, he's very small compared to this map. So what you're going to want to do, click pelvis, right click, add scale control to transforms, click that, click pelvis scale, then you just want to bring that bar up. And look, he's growing. We're just gonna bring him a little bit bigger. Click that, move it. Also, you have these different movement styles. I don't remember if I went through this in the last tutorial, but they're there. Personally, I use this one for like doing straight rotations, but if you want to do like smooth movement, we're gonna use this, which I'll go over later when we do the movement. So we're gonna move him in front of the door, just like that. And we're gonna get rid of his microphone, so we're gonna click the microphone bone, do the exact same things we did with the pelvis. I scale to transform and just go bloop. See, it's gone. That's what I do normally. Then we have him outside our door. Now we're gonna do lip syncing. So we wanna hold control, find the jaw, or you can just go up here and find your bones. They're all here, but personally I like finding the bones here. It's more easier. So hold control, find the jawbone. Do you want to go to the motion editor? I think this is the motion editor. Yeah, it is. You want to go here, bring the playhead back. We're going to do lip syncing. There's two ways you can move the playhead while animating. There's just spamming spacebar, which is not what we're going to use for lip syncing. Instead, we're going to use the arrow keys on your keyboard, because when you click one, it goes past 1 frame, depending how many frames you used. So right now, I chose 60 FPS, which is going to be very smooth for me. So I'm just going to work with that. If you have different FPS, the frames will jump further, like bigger. But 60 FPS, they're pretty small. So it's, yeah. So we're going to find where the lip syncing starts when he starts singing. So he starts there. So we're going to make sure his mouth's closed. Then you see he's opening his mouth. So you're going to open it. Keep it open. You closed it. Close it. Open it again. Keep pressing the arrow keys to go over it. Good. Then he opens it. Good. And we're just doing what we did earlier, listening when he opens his mouth. See, look, this is what we're... Decent lip syncing, guys. That's pretty good. So, we're going to find a good camera angle to do this at. So we have your scene camera here. We're going to have him, like, do it, like, an animation where he, like, runs up to the door sideways, and he puts his hand, like, like, punches the door. So we're gonna move the model a little bit, just like that. So he, like, gets ready to do it. So we're gonna first of all, actually, let's do lighting quickly. So we're gonna create animation set. So this is now an animation set. So before it was that we could just move around freely, but now if we click the camera 1, we've got all these options. So I'm just gonna quickly go over what they do. Focal distance and aperture, they work together. So focal distance, you do that, and it like focuses on what that purple small squares around. So when you see like this clipping, when you see it clipping through, it's gonna focus on Freddy. And when you go to the graphics style, you can see this, and like you can see it all. But if you're here in these two, you can't see it. So yeah, and this is the aperture, how strong the focal distance is going to be. If it's max, this is whoa. What's going on here? Oh, I was clipping. That's why. I'm gonna move. There we go. See, look, focuses. Or you can do it 50%. It's not as bad. Or like 25. But I'm just gonna keep it at 100 because it's gonna be focusing on Freddy, not really the background. Really, we don't want to see what's in the background. And this SAR strength, SSAO bias, and SSAO radius all work together as well. So if you right click render settings and ambient occlusion, you got this on screen. Geez, like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but got like that. And you can turn it up by sliding this bar up, and you can see, look, it's very strong right now. You can turn it down. It's like an intensity basically, but I'm gonna keep it all the way around here just because I like it. Also, we have this, which I don't really mess with too much, but you could just do like cool things. Like, I'm trying to, for an example sake, so you can get weird AO like this, which I don't like. I don't really like it, to be honest. So we're just gonna go back to how it was before. So now lighting. I'm gonna click right click, enable lighting. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention bloom scale, which I'll go over in a minute because that's associated with lighting, and tone map scale is associated with lighting as well. So you're going to click enable lighting, going to click a plus, new light, and bloom scale is like, you turn that up, it's more like shiny, or like what you see there. But if you don't want any of that, you turn it off, just plain. But personally, I like keeping it on because it looks nice. So we're gonna click our light and drag it onto the primary viewport. Now we have control over our light, like how we did with the camera earlier. God, who's messaging me? It's my cousin. Okay, so we're gonna move it wherever we think it's nice. So I'm gonna move it here. Who's messaging me? Jesus Christ, hold on. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I was getting text by someone. So you position your light, and currently you can click this to go back to your camera, but when you go back to your light, you have to click and drag like earlier. Or you can just click up here. That works too. But you don't really have control over your light, you just like see the position that it's at. So you got your camera on, and what you can do, the shadow filter size, how sharp the shadows are going to be, and this is like how dark or something the shadows can be. So as you can see here, you know what I mean. There we go. And intensity turns the light down. I have no idea what these two do. Max distance, how far, maximum range can your light go, minimum similar, but what's the minimum distance? This one's interesting because it's basically another intensity bar. It's like, for example, you have this all the way down, you could turn this up and it's more brighter. So yeah. And you scroll down. I don't really understand what these do at the bottom, but volumetric intensity. So if you want to have a fog light, you right click on the light, enable volumetrics, boom, it's like a fog light, and this light basically turns like the intensity of that. So let's get rid of it, right click, disable volumetrics, because we don't want a fog light, do we? Just put that back to normal. Then this is the color of your light, so if you click red, it's going to go now. So what we're going to do, get like a red color, like a green color, create like a bluey greyish color, turn the intensity up. Oh yeah, also I skipped over this one, radius. Basically if you have it full, it's how realistic your light is going to be. So if I go to this, it looks more like clean and realistic. But if I go back to here, like, you know, if I had this off, it would look like that, but if I have it on, it's what a realistic light would be like. So we're going to keep that on. It looks very nice with it. So second light, I'm going to do quickly. Just do what we did earlier. Position it however you want, but don't just use colorless lights because it's going to look plain. Pro tip. In your animations, add color to them. So as you can see here, I'm adding this light here, turning down the intensity, scrolling down. I'm going to create a yellow, so slide the blue and green up. So we've got like an orangey yellow. Click radius, and look, we've got like a nice yellow color. If you click this eye, it'll be visible. So before we didn't have like a color there. Look, we got a nice shade there, which is very nice. I'm going to turn off ambient intensity so my SFM doesn't lag while I'm doing this. So, hold on. Okay, there we go, still recording, nice. Thought it wasn't recording for a second, I got scared. We're gonna move down. Gonna do like a bottom light. Coming from beneath Freddy. Turn the intensity down. Let's make it like a very dark blue radius. Now that lighting looks nice around Freddy. That looks nice. And for background lights, I do use like fog, like volumetric lights. So for example, it's like a scene like this, I'll just get a light. And when you scroll wheel is like, you can make it like the field of view, horizontal, vertical. I forgot to go over that because I'm retarded. So you could do that. And turn down the intensity. Hit enable volumetrics. See, look, got a nice fog behind Freddy. Turn that down. Give it like a blue color. Radius. There we go. We got nice lighting. Just quickly put some lights in the office so it like beams out. So put our light here. Turn that down. Let's just add like a simple orange light in there. There we go. See, look, this lighting already looking decent. Like, I'm currently like trying to rush this because this is going to be a long episode for me to edit, so I'm just quickly doing a brief overview. So yeah, we got lighting down. A lot of people like to do lighting after they've done their movements, but I like to do my lighting before my movements. But as you can see already, I've done my lip syncing. Yeah. So, oh, pardon me, I'm burping. Yeah, let's just carry on doing our movements. So let's quickly go on our work camera. Let's bring the door down, shall we? So it has like, so Freddy can like leap onto it. So we're gonna have like set a keyframe. Click M. Then we can bring the door down, like this. Now we have an animation of the door coming down. It's pretty nice. Also, let me see this. Okay, I was gonna add another light so you can see the door clearly, but you don't need to really, because radius puts the light on it. So what we're gonna do rigs for Freddy. Which, if you don't know what rigs are, basically a different way of moving Freddy. So, like, for example, these rigs are very helpful for, like, what's it called? Walking. Because if you don't do, like, rigs when you're walking, animation look very, very weird. Like, he doesn't properly take a step, he just, like, kind of hovers and his legs go back and forth. So, yeah, so you want to right-click, go rig. And the rig I personally use is universal. I'll put a link in the description for this rig, because it's one of my favorites. So you click that, and now it's going to take a moment to load. There we go. Click control, looks different, because when I click pelvis now, instead of moving the whole model, it's going to move like this. Very weirdly. So yeah, Control Z, go back. So we're going to make an animation. This is going to be more easier for Freddy to thingy now, because the arms, they stay in place, they don't move with the thingy, because I can have him like leap onto the door and his hands stay there. So like, oh, like that, bang. So that's what we're going to aim to achieve. Create a quick simple animation of Freddy leaping. So a quick tip is, like, in this shot we don't have to animate the legs, because as you can see, this is what the camera can see, and this we're not even going to be able to see the legs, so I wouldn't animate body parts that you can't see, only the ones that are important. But for the pelvis, even though you can't really see down here, it controls the whole body, so we're going to have him... Oh crap, I went... Oh, big boo-boo. I disabled the rig because I went too far on my universal control Z, whatever. There we go. So we're gonna have him. We're gonna click M. Then we're gonna quickly position him. Gonna move him back. Then move a couple keyframes. Then we're just gonna have his hand like that, like have him land there. Then we can have like a bouncy effect. So what I like to do with my movements is like, so I go to the motion editor or the graph editor. I keep on getting these two confused. It won't let me check, sadly. Go to the graph editor and you click slide here. You see smooth. I'm gonna slide that, make it more smoother. Like that. There we go. Then we can make an animation of him sliding down the door, so we can just go like that. There we go. We're getting somewhere, guys. We're getting somewhere. So now we're going to do the same thing with the pelvis. Click M, position it. Then we're going to click the keyframes, move it back. Then we're gonna move this like that. So we already have a smooth animation going on. Looks good so far. Now, I'm sorry if I'm not explaining stuff. I gotta do this quick. Probably wasn't a good time doing it, but I have nothing to do. I'm gonna click M, do this, click rotate, click keyframes, rotate him, rotate, rotate. There we go. So we have like a nice animation. Also, I think I forgot to smooth the spine. If I did, there we go. Look at that, that's looking good already. We haven't even got to hand movements. Whew. Let's go to the camera one and see how this looks. So now we're gonna move his hand. Whoa! Actually, wait, did I move my head? No, I didn't. Alright, let me quickly move this head. So what you can look, I'm gonna show the spacebar in action. I like doing this for small movements, not very fast ones. Because I like it. It's more helpful. Because it'll take a while when you just go and so it's more quicker. So let's do his hand movements now. So rigs, they're weird, like with the hands. To be honest, there is a way for you to get rid of the hand rigs, but we're not going to do it because it's not going to be helpful for what we're trying to do. This whole reason why we activated the rig in the first place. So we're going to have him getting ready for fist bump. Not fist bump like a punch, I'm saying fist bump. So we're going to rotate his hand. Then what we can do, hold control. Get into a good position where you can see your bones that you're going to thing. Hold control and click, left click. Then we're going to go around the bones like that. Go to this, right click, rotation mode, local. There you go. You can just like do it manually, go every bone and curl it, but this is way more quicker. And once you've done the thingy for one, rotation mode local, it'll do it until you disable it, so it'll stay there. So we'll go back here, move that keyframe, have him ready, then we can move his hand up to the door. We're probably going to have to move him closer to the door because, yeah, we're going to have to, yeah. Okay, we can just go here, move him closer because it is an effect in the movements and make him. Going to have to move him closer as well. That punch is very delayed, so we can drag it backwards. I'm going to actually put it lower so we can see Freddy singing and talking like that. Don't worry if the camera can't see it, we can just bring it down like that. Like this. Then we can have his hand move away. Like this. Like that. We can do it. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Control Z. Let's just delete that. Then this is very like not smooth, so we can smooth it out. Like the arm movements, I think I could do better, but oh well. We're gonna have to add another light so we can see Freddy's expressions. So let's do that now. Also, if you want to go up and down, it's X and Z. I forgot to mention that, if you're wondering. Sorry if I'm not explaining it well. Whew. Let's do what we normally do. Shadows, sharp, turn the intensity down. Do the colors. Make them blue. Turn the intensity down.
You are dead.
See, totally shit. That already looks nice. So now we're going to do camera movements. So if you're wondering what tone map still does, it makes you like makes it dim like the scene. So this can be used to our advantage. So we have like a fade in scene. So we can do this basically. So I'm gonna quickly do that. Just get like a shot ready. We can go forward, hold R, then you can drag your mouse to go rotate, make the field of view. You can move it with the scroll wheel on your mouse. Turn the map scale, then do like a quick thing, go backwards, slide it up again, then bring the time map scale up, then we have to move the focal distance so it focuses on Freddy. Then we can move it again, WASD, R to rotate, make sure it focuses on Freddy. Do that again. Then he's sad. So we have this. Already looks nice. So if you want to smooth the camera movements, go to motion editor. It's not motion graph editor. Just click smooth a couple times. There we go. That's it pretty much. I do recommend, let me just move that, then I can do, oh crap, slide that down so it goes fading. I do recommend going back and turning them down, because when you smooth it out, it kind of like brings them up. So after you've done your camera smooth thing, you could do the tone map scale then. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And we're done. So let's see how it looks. I'm going to take away ambient occlusion. It's going to lag a lot. However, it's going to, we need to bring this out so it's a longer fade out. This is a long recording, so there we go. And that already looks nice. So I'm going to show you how to export as well. So you can click File, Save, everything you've done so far. Make sure your lighting's enabled, ambient occlusion enabled. Let's quickly do this. Go to the end of your shot. Click B on the clip. You have to select this, make sure it's yellow. Click B. It'll split it up. Then you right click, delete. Then you scroll out with the scroll wheel. We drag the end of that and bring it to here. Then we have, this is what it's going to render. How much is it going to render? This thing, it's like the movie basically, or whatever. So you click save again after you've done everything. Make sure everything's enabled, motion blur, Save, then you click export. Export as movie. Then you're going to want to see where you want to export your animation. So you find the file location. So you want to make sure everything's correct, the quality is good, the file you want to export. I have MP4. You have to install QuickTime, or whatever it's called. Something will pop up, something like that. So you want to install that so you can get an MP4. A lot of people like doing it in AVI, but the file will corrupt a lot. MP4 it never corrupts because it's a strong file format, whatever. Make sure it's movie, everything's correct, and yeah, then you click export movie, and it will pop up here how long it's going to take you. It's going to render predicted time. So now we just wait till it's finished, then we can view our animation and watch it on our PC. So just wait till it's finished rendering. As you can see, I'm back now after waiting for the animation to render. It's finished rendering. So you're going to hear that, and now it's finished rendering. So you're going to want to go to your files and find where your animation was rendered. And go to your files. Ignore that. This is something I named my session as a poster. Local disk. I'm going to go. It will automatically save it. So disk, broken files, 86, Steam apps, common, source filmmaker, game, user mod, elements, sessions. They want to search the name of your animation, so I named mine tutorial, and here it is. Then you double click it, and it should be loading. Now it's going to be very laggy when you load out, but give it a second. There we go, there's your animation. It's going to lag because it's not the animation, it's the thingy that's actually like playing it. Then hopefully it shouldn't lag. There you go, that's your animation. So hope you enjoyed. Smash like if you did, subscribe for more content, help me reach 1k, please guys, I need it. I'm crying right now. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this tutorial was useful. Smash like, subscribe, blah blah blah, and I'll see you in the next animation, which is actually a full animation premiering on Sunday. Bye bye.